Hello, Earth. Walter here. Lately, I've been thinking about school. The other day, I was on my usual walk through the neighborhood when I passed a school just as the morning bell rang. Groups of children were walking through the gates. Some chatting quietly, some looking at the ground, most just going through the motions. One boy stood out. He wasn't dragging his feet, but there was no spring in his step either. He looked like someone reporting for duty, not someone heading into a place of discovery. Where I come from, school is different. On Mars, education is project-based. You don't learn math, you learn to calculate the stress points of a bridge because you're building a bridge. You don't memorize chemistry terms, you mix compounds to invent new materials for your own designs. Learning is driven by curiosity. You follow a question until it leads to another question, and somewhere in between, you discover physics, or electronics, or engineering. The joy of learning is built into the process. But it comes with a risk. On Mars, children get so absorbed in what they're building, they forget to rest. We've had to create systems to make sure kids don't burn out from excitement. It's a strange problem to have. But here on Earth, at least from what I've seen, you have the opposite problem. You've taken something as vast and thrilling as human knowledge and boiled it down to tests, to grades, to rankings, to anxiety. I saw this last week. I was sitting in a cafe near a tutoring center. A woman sat at the table beside me with her son, maybe 8, maybe 9. She was what Earthlings call a tiger mom. She had flashcards, a timer, a workbook. He had a pencil and a blank stare. She drilled him on arithmetic. He stumbled over a subtraction problem. "You're not trying," she said. "I am," he whispered. "Try harder," she snapped. Then came the real punishment. "If you don't get this right, we're canceling your coding class." His eyes dropped. Not because he didn't want to study, because the one thing he did look forward to, the one place he could build something, explore something, was being used as leverage. It struck me how upside down it was. Back home, a child's project is the engine of their learning. Here, it's a reward, or worse, a threat. You've turned learning into something heavy, something you survive. And that feels like a loss, not just for the students, but for humanity. Because no civilization climbs toward the stars by crushing wonder. You get there by asking questions, by helping children learn to explore with their minds. Until next time, Walter out.